first. That'll send Jada Rainey to the line. Jada Rainey averages a double-double with 14.7 points and 12.4 rebounds a game. As her first is good. She's going to be a big factor in this game for the Pioneers. She gets ready for her second. It'll rim off. Collins with the rebound. Gets it up to Lopez. Up to looks like a jump ball will be called. And it'll stay with Cleveland State. It looks like Riley Sword will check in for Shanti Wilson. Looks like Pinder will inbound, gives it over to Collins. Lopez catches at the top of the three-point line, gets the screen from Baker. Nobody was there. And Rainey with the steal, the up ahead to Young with the move. And Nay Young puts in a layup for two. Cuts us to a 1-point lead. Pinder drives on Freeman. Her free throw won't go. Rainey with the rebound, gives it up to Sword. Sword working on Lopez. Freeman thought about the three, but decides not to take it after Sloan Pinder closes in on defense. Sword trying to get this offense started for the Pioneers. As they get it to Freeman at the top of the three. Gets it down to Rainey. Rainey going to work. It'll go. Jada Rainey with a layup off the glass. As this lead swings back in favor of the Pioneers. Baker left all alone, but she does not take the three. She's going to get it to Sloan Pinder, who was layup. Oh! And a lazy pass by the Pioneers is stolen by Kayla Lopez. And two quick buckets there for the Cougars. As the Pioneers try to get maybe some offense started and some momentum going. They had the momentum for Sword for three. It's good. Riley Sword buries the three. Will pick up her first foul. Looks like it was under the basket, or Asia Houston checks in for the Cougars. As this game is all tied up at 15. Looks like Lopez trying to call a play, get this Cougar offense set up. Give it to Houston. Finds Baker. Oh, no look pass there from Lopez to Houston. But Houston just throws it out of bounds. That pass may have been intended for Baker. It'll be Pioneer balls. Sword will check in. Sword will inbound for the Pioneers. Up the floor. Looks like Cheyenne Love also checked in for the Pioneers. As Young catches it down there on the block. Has it poked away from Baker. Gives it to Love. 10 left on the shot clock. Across the court pass to Freeman for three. Ryland Freeman for three. Lopez bringing it up the court, gives it to Collins. Baker catches it. She's trying to get some offense going. Finds Houston. Sword. Great defense there by the Pioneers. Riley Sword will pick up her first foul. It looks like Wilson will check in for Nay Young. Sloan Pinder will inbound the ball in for the Cougars, and she finds Collins on the inbound and gives it out to Lopez. Lopez thought about the three. Now she drives. Finds Pinder in the corner for three. It's good. Sloan Pinder for three. Wilson at the court. She's trying to get this offense commanded. Gives it over to Love. Love looking for somebody. finds Mason at the top of the key. They give it back to Wilson. Mason with the screen, but they dish it off to Sword. Sword working on Baker. Swings over to Wilson in the corner. Wilson thought about the three. Her mid-range jumper is no good, and a shot clock violation looks like will be called, and looks like that ball will be inbounded for the Cougars. Baker will inbound. Nate Young will check in for Kaya Mason. Looks like the Pioneers will put some pressure on full court on the Cougars as Love. Stacey Collins swings it over in the corner for Pender. Pender for three. Won't go. As Houston just grabs the board, goes up with it, won't go. Pender with the rebound, won't go. The Cougars ball. Looks like the ball went a ways away from the ref there. Looks like Sword will inbound. She gets it to Love. They work it up past half court. Freeman gets it over to Love. Sword now at the top of the key, trying to command the offense. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson drives. It looks like they're going to say she double dribbled. 53.6 seconds here to go, and all tied up at 18 as the Cougars will inbound. Lopez gets it to Baker, who drives, kicks it down to Houston's layup is no good. Fights for the ball back, gives it to Lopez. 4-3. Won't go. Houston with the rebound. Her shot won't go. Looks like the rebound will go to the Pioneers as Wilson will bring it up. About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Like they're going to maybe try to get a splash shot. They're going to go at 10. Wilson looks, finds the cutting Sword. Looks like she is fouled there. Kennedy Baker pick up her first. Sword will inbound. She finds Young. Young shot won't go. Sword at the buzzer will not go either. That is the end of the first quarter as Cleveland State and Vol State are tied at 18 apiece. Cleveland State is from Cleveland, Tennessee, probably about, I think, like two hours from here. Nay Young is the leading free throw percenter on this line. She shoots 83.3% from the line. A common opponent in this conference is Motlow State, as the Pioneers defeated them in this gymnasium 99-94 in overtime. It was a thriller game. And then the Cougars defeated Motlow State 57-49 in their most recent game, as they look to become 3-4 with a win today in the conference. Vol State, who is 2-3, looking to be even in the conference with a win today. They are 3-7. As we get ready for the second quarter of play. As both teams will break the huddle. It's like Lahani Hatton will check in for the Cougars. As Sword will inbound. They're going to let Sword command this offense, and she works on Hatton. She crosses over, finds Love, gets it down into Young's layup is good. Nay Young's layup. Scoring started for as Lopez at half court calling the offense. They're going to give it to Collins. Gives it to Pinder. She draws a double team, gives it over to Lopez. She gets it down to Houston. She's got Freeman on her. She will be fouled and will go to the line. Looks like that foul will be on Riley Sword. That is her second foul of the game. Jada Rainey checks in. That is Asia Houston at the line, and she averages 10 points a game. Her first free throw is no good. Bit too strong and off the back iron. She gets ready for her second. She misses both, and Freeman will grab the rebound and hand it off to Wilson. Wilson bringing it up, gives it over to Young in the corner. She drives. Her layup is good. Nay Young is the Ball State's offensive here in the second quarter. Collins. She'll drive and kick. Looks like Sloan Pinder will be called with a travel there, and it'll be Vol State ball. Vol State in the second quarter just firing on all cylinders. Looks like Young will give it over to Sword. Sword gets it down to Rainey. Rainey looking for somebody, finds Wilson, who drives, loses it. Houston with the steal. Gives it up to Pinder. She'll command this offense. Gives over to Lopez. Gives it to Hatton. He's got Sword on defense. Houston on the three-point line, gives it off to Collins. Houston sets the screen. The three ball from Pinder won't go. Rainey with the rebound. Wilson almost lost it. She's looking for help. She finds Rainey. With Vol State. Young in the corner for three. She'll drive. Rainey saves it, goes up with it, and it's good. The Cougars have yet to score here in the second quarter, as Collins is looking for somebody. Collins working on, he's got Freeman working on her, gets it to Pinder in the corner. Leave it back out to Collins. Oh, as they're going to say she carried that, and the scoring drought will continue for the Cougars, as Maya Walker will check in for the Pioneers, and for the Zaira Thompson will check in for the Cougars, as Wilson will bring it up the court. Wilson gives it over to Sword. Sword. Lopez on her. Pass back and forth between Sword and Wilson. Sword will set the screen for Young as they give it to Walker. Sword for three is good. Riley Sword for three, and it looks like the Cougars will be forced to take a 30-second timeout. Riley Sword averages about 5.1 points per game. She had a 3 in that first quarter and a 3 here in the second. But the leading scorer so far is it's actually kind of shared around. You have Nay Young with 6, Sword with 6, Jada Rainey with 5, Rylan Freeman with 3, Kaya Mason with 7, as the Pioneers lead 27-18, as they have held the Cougars to 0 so far here in the second quarter. 7:08 here to play. Looks like the Cougars will inbound. Hatton will get it into Lopez. Lopez got Mason working on her. Mason, pokes the ball. Finds Hatton. Hatton gives it back to Lopez. Lopez gives it to Thompson. Thompson's got Sword on her. She drives. Gives it off to Pinder. Pender working on Sword. Finds Lopez. 3 left on the clock. Maya Walker just swats it. Gives it up to Walker for 3. Just short. Rainey was able to grab the rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds by Pender. Kennedy Baker will check in for Leilani Hatton as Mason will inbound. Mason gets it to Sword, gives it back to Walker. Sword looking for somebody, finds Rainey down low. Rainey foul and 1. Jado Rainey will go to the line, try to convert this 3-point play. Or Asia Houston will get charged with the foul. That is her first. Rainey at the line. Her free throw is short. Baker able to grab the rebound, looking for somebody. She just kind of throws it. Picked off by Walker. Walker to Mason for 3. Won't go. Young with the rebound. She finds Sword. Sword trying to set up this offense. Gives it to Walker. Gives it to Mason. Give it to Sword. Sword makes a move. Looks like her pass was in for Young. Bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. Looks like Wilson and Love will check in for Rainey and Sword as Lopez brings it up for the Cougars. For 3, it's good. Sloan Pender for 3 for the Cougars. That's their first points. We're almost halfway through the second quarter. They just got their first bucket. Walker just threw a scary pass across the court to Young. As Young now has it. Hands it off to Love. 10 left there on the shot clock. Lopez on her, gives it to Young. Young throws up a 3, won't go. Cheyenne Love tries to save it, but can't. Macy Collins will check in for Asia Houston as Baker will inbound this ball. Lopez bringing it to the court. Here to play in the second quarter. Collins sets the screen for Lopez. She throws it over. Thompson for 3 won't go, as it'll go out of bounds, and Maya Walker will inbound for the Pioneers. It's like the Cougars are going to try and add some full court pressure here on the Pioneers. Maybe try to generate some turnovers. Half court, but a dangerous pass. Picked off by Kennedy Baker. Foul and 1 for Kennedy Baker. Maya Walker will get addressed with that foul. That is her second, as Jada Rainey will check in for Walker as Baker goes to the line to try and convert this 3-point play. For that free throw, Asia Houston will check in for Collins. Baker averages 8 points a game. Her 3-point play cannot be converted. Mason gives it over to Wilson at the top of the key. Wilson gets a screen by Rainey. They get it into Rainey. Rainey draws a double team, just goes up with it, and is good. Jada Rainey. Passes. Lopez. Fast pace here. She brings it down to Houston's layup is good. Lopez Nice pass inside to set up that layup for Marasia Houston. As Rainey has her pass stolen away from Houston. Lopez who gives it to Pender. Pender gives it out for three. Thought about it. Now she's going to pass back inside. Pender's layup won't go. We'll try and slow this offense down. Catches it at the free throw. Gives it back to Mason. Over to Wilson. Wilson with Pender on her. She drives. She finds the cutting Love, whose layup is no good. Lopez bringing it up. To Pender. Gives it to Baker, who catches it down low. Her layup is no good. Rebound. Wilson. She Young. Looks like Marasia Houston will get charged with that foul. Nay Young, who is the leading free throw percentage for the Lady Pioneers, 84% from the line. She will go to the line for 2 free throws. Pioneers up 6, 2:42 here to play. Young's first free throw is good. So she gets ready for her second. And her second is good. Looks like Ryland Freeman will check in. Baker inbounds to Lopez. Thompson gets it to Dixon, who's left alone at the three-point line. Gives it to Lopez. Lopez, three. Won't go. Rainey with the rebound. Macy Collins picks up her first foul. And it'll be inbounded to Kaya Mason. Mason dribbling up the court. Gives it to Rainey. Rainey almost has it stolen away from Dixon. Gives it to Wilson. Now the screen by Rainey. Mason, mid-range, won't go. Baker with the rebound. Gives it to Lopez. Lopez almost has it stolen away. Gives it in the corner for Thompson for three. Is good. Her three is good. 33-28. As Mason will give it to Sword. Swings it over to Wilson. Gives it to Freeman, who thought about the three, but did not take it. Kaya Mason gives it up to Sword. Sword, long three. Is good. Riley Sword from deep. Riley Sword has 9, and there are 3 threes, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and another turnover for the Cougars. As it'll be back to the Pioneers. Looks like Sloan Pender will check in for the Cougars. As Mason bringing it up. Gives it to Wilson. Mason catches at the top of the key. Now they're just playing some back and forth. Wilson, mid-range is good. Shanti Wilson's mid-range is good. Slow plays bringing up the court. She drives, kicks it. Pender for three is good. Sloan Pender from three. Wilson bringing it up. She drives. Loses it. Macy Collins grabs it for the Cougars. Shot clock. Lopez drives, has it knocked away. Oh. It's like a jump ball will be called. Just aggression on both sides of the ball going for that. Cheyenne Love and Nay Young check in for the Pioneers. 15.1 here to play before half. Pender inbounds to Thompson. It's like Sword will foul. That is her third. Maya Walker will check in for Sword as Baker will inbound. Baker gives it to Thompson. Gives it to Lopez as 10's left to play. Baker cuts. Easy layup. And it looks like maybe Ball State can try and get a last-second shot off here. 3, 2, 1. Mason, buzzer. Throws off the front of the rim. As we will go to a commercial break as the Pioneers lead 38-33 here at half.
One thing I would say that's really special about Vostate is essentially the relationship that the institution has with its students.
This is a place where you can get comfortable and you can be fine-tuned with the people that are in the same field as you are.
Vostate is like my second home. I've gained so much here, I can't even describe it all. So my story began for me about 5 years ago. Had the world in the palm of my hands. I go into work one day and then I'm told you're going to be laid off indefinitely. We don't have a space or a place for you. And there was two things I could have done. I could have just folded and just said, you know what, my life is ruined, it's over, I'm defeated. Or I could pick myself up, dust myself off and say, let's start again. And so I decided that I would come to Ball State.
Ball State's prepared me by giving me all the skills I need to start off. This first class is about mechanical engineering and more of the physical side of mechatronics, just creating 3D objects with routers and mills.
This is where it's all at.
I didn't realize how great this place was until I really explored my options.
But we have a great recording industry program. We have great equipment. We have some faculty here who have worked in the industries. I love Ball State. I would recommend it to anybody. I want to go into PR and journalism. Being at a smaller community college helped me to better navigate and know what to expect when I'm ready to expand my studies at another university.
I think this was the perfect start to my journey. Possibilities are endless.
It's a solid foundation that you can go anywhere in the country with.
My dad and my parents, period, were my biggest champions. He got sick and we didn't know it. He died of cancer. It was sudden. And he kept asking me, baby, when are you going to graduate? I was like, it's coming. It's coming. I really thought I couldn't do it. But I was determined. And here I am now at the finish line, living proof you can do anything that you put your mind to. Just got to believe. This has been a great journey. I have nothing but great memories. And I will cherish these memories for as long as I can. It's been tough. It really has been tough. I've had a lot of hills to climb. I've had obstacles. But now I'm at the top of the mountain and the view is incredible. I see so many possibilities in front of me. Ball State, it did. It changed my life.
You are locked into 5. Y'all stick around because we get to chat with Ball State student Madeline, who is a part of the Student Government Association. But first, let's see what the girls are up to around campus. You ready? Let's go.
Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Rox, and this is the student segment of 5. And today we're asking, what do you want for Christmas?
For Christmas, I would like a My Chemical Romance vinyl.
I definitely want Morgan Wallen tickets, or if another person goes on tour, Youngblood tickets.
I want a trip to Europe.
I want to take a trip to Nevada for a once-in-a-lifetime.
Mad Villainy by MF Doom and Mad Villain.
What I want for Christmas is some money to get to New Mexico because I am planning on moving to New Mexico for New Mexico State University. They have a really nice museum conservation program.
Medium level piano player book.
A copy of Andy Weir's The Hail Mary Project, because the movie's coming out next year, and I want to read the book before the movie comes out.
Really, all I want for Christmas is to go back home to Missouri. My grandmother's grave is there, and my best friend, and every year he gets to just throw a big get-together and cook for everyone, so it's the one thing every year that brings everybody together.
I want my dog to be less fat and stupid for Christmas.
Hey, Madeline, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, but thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you're part of the SGA program, so tell me about that a little bit.
So I'm the vice president of SGA, and kind of what SGA does, we're the point people like for student engagement around campus. A lot of people think we have like control of everything that happens around campus, but that's not necessarily the case. So
not all the power.
We do not have all the powers. We have people that are above us.
Yeah.
But so basically kind of the things that we do, we just do some things around campus, and we do things for the betterment of the student body. So one thing that we did this semester, we increased the number of book stipend scholarships and the amount of book stipend scholarships that students can receive per semester. We also do a lot of sponsorships of cab events. So kind of like Fall Festival, we sponsored a photo booth, we sponsored a movie night, just kind of things like that. Just doing things around campus that are fun.
And you get to like have more student engagement too, which is awesome, and really promote more of that.
Yep.
That's amazing.
We also do stop-bys every other Tuesday, so we'll be set up in the second floor of SRB, or we're in the carpeted dining hall in the Wood Center. So we kind of just talk about like the proposals that we're working on, like all that kind of stuff. We get to talk to the student body, we get to hear their concerns, all that kind of stuff.
That's wonderful. So I just heard that you guys did your, what is it, the Christmas for the Kids benefit. So tell me about that, how that went and everything.
So I was the chair for the Christmas for the Kids committee this holiday. So it's kind of like an angel tree or Salvation Army, where we had ornaments set up on our tree in the Student Services Center. So total between all 4 Vol State campuses, we had about 62 kids, but Gallatin had 35. So it's amazing to say all 35 of those ornaments were taken off of the tree and they got sponsored. So all 35 of those ornaments are a child of a student on campus, which is really cool because we get to give back to people that are really close in our community. So the staff was given the opportunity to, you know,
to help out and be a part of that. That's amazing. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. That's all we have for you today. But one last question before we go. It's our question of the year. Do you prefer Apple Music or Spotify?
Spotify. I actually just switched from Apple to Spotify recently.
You've been converted completely.
Yes, I have.
Well, thank you for all your insight, Madeline.
Thank you.
Are you graduating this semester? Be sure to pick up at the bookstore.
Come watch us hoop December 6th, Saturday at 2.
Financial aid book charging runs from January 14th to the 22nd. You'll be notified if you're eligible.
Finals week is coming. Be sure to grab your blue book at the
January 13th. Be sure that your financial aid information is up to date.
And one last thing. Y'all, good luck with final exams and have a very Merry Christmas. Well, that's all we got for you for this week for 5. 5 segments in 5 minutes. We'll be on winter break, so this is the last episode of the year. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm Jessica Meyer. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2026.
My name is Brent Cross. I'm a student at Vostate. This is my first day. All my cousins have gone here and said it's always a good school. It's a lot different than high school. Just tons of people and I don't know anybody.
Do you need help finding a class? Are you good? My name is Trinice Palmer. I'm a student at Vostate Community College. And I just kind of help with students find their way around campus. This is starting my second year here at Vostate. See what we can get done. But you have a lot of high school students that are, have a hard time transitioning between high school requirements and college requirements. What I like about Vostate is that you get to get involved with a lot of the, campus events and campus clubs and societies, and I'm pretty much taking advantage of all those things. So,
my name is Kida De La Cruz. I play baseball at Volunteer State, and I am a pioneer. Well, I wasn't the greatest student in high school. I barely passed. I never really strived to do better. I didn't know where I was going to go to college. As of now, I'd like to go to Grand Junction, win a ring over there. Then after that, in June, go in the draft.
Here we go.
I have high expectations. I expect to learn a lot. Just doing what I gotta do.
I'm studying business administrations right now. Yeah, I plan on graduating here and go to like MTSU or Tech or something.
My goal is to become a surgeon, and in the process, I'm majoring in biology. One of my dreams is to pursue finding a cure for cancer and other illnesses and diseases that are out there that's affecting the world. I would have to say this would be a stepping stone for me. I just want to take out the time to, do whatever is necessary and whatever steps or process that it would take to get me closer to that. So.
We've had a bunch of All-Americans. And then we have all the players that were drafted from here to the pros. So if I put in the work I have to, I could be the next one on this list. That's something I've always dreamed of when I was little. And just trying to make everybody in my family happy.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just step. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that.
The volunteer state has always been home to pioneers. Dreamers and hard workers blaze their paths here. From the TVA to Mountain Dew to touchscreen monitors to the Grand Ole Opry, Tennessee has been home to innovators, creators, and entertainers. From humble beginnings to changing the world, Tennesseans have pushed the boundaries of what is possible. We pioneer healthcare, infrastructure, engineering, and product development. At Volunteer State College, we've developed our degree certifications to carry the torch of Tennessee's success with flexible options to help you blaze your pathway. We are searching for pioneer-minded students who are on their own journey of growth. Learn how these pathways are shaping the future of Tennessee. Like those that have come before. Blaze your pathway. Your career awaits. Vol State.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now, Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers. If you're pursuing the CIT program at Vol State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Welcome back to Richard Moore Gymnasium inside the Pickle Fieldhouse here at Vol State Community College in Gallatin, Tennessee, as we get ready to kick off the second half. Some official scores from the first half. Jada Rainey and Riley Sword led the way for the Pioneers with both having 9. And for the Cougars, it was Sloan Pender with 11 and Kennedy Baker with 10 as Mason is commanding the offense here for the Pioneers. As it's just kind of passed back and forth as the entry pass to Wilson is stolen away from, or stolen by Thompson as Kayla Lopez brings it up. Gives it to Macy Collins. Collins gives it to Pender. Pender for 3. Won't go. Hard fall by Kennedy Baker. She's a bit shaken up. Asia Houston checks in as we hope that she is okay. That was a hard fall onto this hardwood. She went up for the rebound. As Pender's pass will go out of bounds as it is intended for Thompson. So our trainer, Justin McKinney here at Vol State, will check her out. Collins will inbound. Houston gives it to Kayla Lopez. Lopez gives it to Collins. She drives, kicks it to Thompson. Thompson for 3. Won't go. She saves it. Gives it into Pender, who gives it to Houston. Maya Walker will pick up her 3rd foul as Pender gets it into Collins, working on Walker. Has it poked away from Rainey, but she's able to get it back. They get it to Pender, who drives, finds Thompson for 3. Is good. Zaire Thompson for 3. As Wilson will bring it up, who hands it off to Mason. Gets it into Rainey. Hands it back off. Mason's floater won't go. She almost got her own rebound, but Lopez comes away with it. The Cougars with the numbers. Houston's layup is good from a nice feed from Lopez. 2-point lead here for the Pioneers. So they get it down to Rainey. She drives, gets it to Wilson. Wilson with Sloan Pender on her. Shanti Wilson drives, kicks to Young in the corner for 3. Won't go. Gets Wilson. And one. Shanti Wilson gets the bucket and the foul as she will go to the line to try to convert a 3-point play. Cheyenne Love will check in. Shanti Wilson at the line. She tries to convert a 3-point play. Her free throw is off the front of the rim. Collins with the rebound, pushes it up, gets it to Pender, swings it over to Kayla Lopez with Kaya Mason on her. She gets it over to Pender. Pender is going to get tripped up, and it'll be a blocking foul on Shanti Wilson. That is her first foul. Looks like Damani Kapana will check in for the Lady Cougars. Her first time in the game. She gets it into Marasia Houston. Kapana kicks. Her pass cannot be corralled by Thompson, as that will go out of bounds. Wilson bringing it up. She gives it to Mason. Mason at the top of the key, working on Pender. Hands it off to Love with Thompson's right in front of her. Gives it off to Mason. Mason draws it back out. She's got 10 left on the shot clock. Gives over to Young. The screen by Mason. Gives it over to Mason. Mason with 2, 1. Young at the shot clock buzzer. Will not go. Marasia Houston with the rebound. And her pass is almost stolen by the Pioneers as Capano will dish it down to Houston. Marasia Houston. As this lead is now cut to 2. Looks like Kaya Mason will try to get this offense running for the Pioneers like they had it in the first half. Jada Rainey with the screen. Mason, 4-3. Cannot get the friendly roll off the front of the rim. Marasia Houston with the rebound. Imani Kapana swings it over to Pender. Down low for Houston, who cannot convert on the layup. Wilson gives it to Mason. Gives it down to Rainey. Rainey drives. Her layup won't go. She gets her own rebound. Goes up with it again. Can't go. Gets her own rebound. Marasia Houston will pick up her 3rd foul. And that'll send Jada Rainey to the line. Riley Sword checks in for the Pioneers. She gets ready for her first. That puts her in double figures for points. She gets ready for her second. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. Marasia Houston, the rebound. Oh, but Kapana's pass is picked off by Sword, who saves it, gives it into Wilson. Fast break offense cannot be shown. Oh, Wilson steals it from Kapana in the backcourt. And she gets an easy 2. As they try to push it up, Thompson gives it up to Kapana. And she's going to walk all the momentum towards the Pioneers as it is a 5-point lead, 45-40. Wilson will inbound to Kaya Mason. She gives it to Sword. Swings over to Freeman. Freeman, 4-3. Short. Gives it. Macy Collins rebounds. Gives it to Kapana. She gets it up to Sloan Pender. She crosses over. Drives. Can't finish. Rebound Wilson. Wilson loses it. Pinder will make sure it doesn't go out of bounds. And it looks like this fast break offense for the Cougars is going to be slowed down. Scapana drives, kicks to Collins. Thought about the three, won't. Thompson will. Three ball, good from Zaira Thompson. Kaya Mason bringing it up. Trying to get this offense started for the Pioneers. Sword gives it into Wilson. Hands it off to Mason. Gives it to Freeman, back to Wilson. They get it to Sword in the corner. Sword pulls up a three. It's good. Riley Sword has had that hot hand from three. That is her fourth three of the game. She had three in the first half. That is her first of the second. Pass stolen by Mason. But Wilson and Mason cannot convert, but goes out on Macy Collins, and it'll stay with the Pioneers. Cheyenne Love will check in for Shanti Wilson. Looks like Lopez checked in for the Lady Cougars as Love will inbound. Gives it to Sword. Sword gives it to Nay Young. Nay Young. Sword just has to throw up a shot at the end of the shot clock. It is short. And then the pass down the court was knocked out by Sword, and that'll stay with the Lady Cougars. As Kennedy Baker, who had that hard fall earlier this quarter, is able to check back in. Good to see that was nothing too serious, as Sloan Pinder will inbound to Kayla Lopez. Collins sets the screen. Pinder gives it to Collins. Looks like a off-ball foul will be called on Rylan Freeman. Looks like Rylan Freeman will pick up her second quick foul there, as they get into Macy Collins, who passes over to Marasia Houston, who has it knocked away by Rainey in the corner. Pinder for three is good. Sloan Pinder had 11 in the first half, most of them coming from the three. She gets her scoring started with a three. Mason gets it down into Rainey. Rainey working on Houston. Rainey's shot is good. Jada Rainey. Baker drives, pulls it back out, gives it to Collins. Gives it to Pinder. Gets it over to Kayla Lopez. Swings into the cutting Baker, who cannot finish. Houston can't finish. She gets her own rebound. Gives it to Collins, who drives. Looks like that foul is going to be on Rylan Freeman, as Nay Young checks in for Freeman. Macy Collins will go to the line for the Lady Cougars. She will get 2 shots. Collins can't hit on her first. She's ready for her second. It won't go. Rainey and Houston fight for the rebound. Rainey comes away with it. Up the Pioneers. Gives it over to Mason. Gives it to Young in the corner. She's looking for an entry pass to Rainey. Can't have it. She throws it across the court to Mason. And another cross-court pass is picked off by Kennedy Baker. Her pass to Sloan Pinder was caught and then stolen away by Young. Gives it up to Rainey, whose layup won't go. Rebound and the foul. Sloan Pinder will pick up her second foul. Shanti Wilson checks in for Love, and it'll send Jada Rainey to the line. 4-point lead here for the Pioneers. 1:33 to play. Her first one rims out. She'll be ready for her second. So her second one is good. Lopez bringing it up for the Cougars. Swings it down to Aaron Dixon. Foul and one. And she will try to go to the line to convert a 3-point play. Dixon's free throw is good. Wilson bringing defenders, kicks to Sword. 4-3, won't go. Rainey with the board, has it knocked away. Kennedy Baker will pick up her second foul of the game. That'll be an inbound to Kaya Mason. Gives it to Young. Mid-range jumper won't go. Macy Collins couldn't corral the rebound. It gets back into the hands of the Pioneers. Sword calls for it. She's got it at the volleyball line, trying to command the offense. Wilson. She's got Macy Collins tightly guarding her there by the out-of-bounds line. Wilson drives. Looks like a foul will be called there on Macy Collins. That is her second. Shanti Wilson will go to the line. Wilson averages 5.7 points per game as a freshman. Her first is no good. She is up to 6 here in the total game. She had 2 in the first half, 4 here in the third. She gets ready for her second free throw. And it is no good. She goes 0 for 2 from the line. As now the Cougars will try to push it up. Baker drives, draws the foul on Jada Rainey. That is her second. Her third. My apologies. Kennedy Baker will go to the line. Baker's a freshman who averages 8.4 points per game and along with 8 rebounds a game. So she buries her first. And buries her second. Tie game here in the third as we get close to the end of the third. And Baker almost stole the pass from the Pioneers. The Sword gets it down to Young. Mid-range, short. But Jada Rainey with the rebound and one. As she will go to the line to try to convert a 3-point play. Macy Collins picks up her third foul, and the free throw is good from Jada Rainey. As Lopez gets it up the court to Collins, who's Pass is nearly stolen by Sword. Baker gives it back to Collins. Her mid-range, short. Jump ball. Looks like the arrow will be towards the Cougars as Maya Walker checks in for Jada Rainey of the Lady Pioneers. Looks like Sloan Pinder will inbound the ball. .8 here to play in the third quarter. They get it into Baker. Baker goes up. Walker. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 54-51, 3-point lead for the Pioneers. Welcome back to the Ball State Sports Network as the Pioneers lead 54-51. As I mentioned earlier in this game, both ladies defeated Motlow State. The Lady Pioneers won 99-94 in overtime as the Lady Cougars beat Motlow 57-49. Macy Collins led the way with 10 as Kennedy Baker had 10 along with 10 rebounds in that game for the Lady Cougars. The Pioneers trying to hold on and win this game as they lead 54-51 to start the fourth quarter as Maya Walker will inbound. Gives it to Sword. Sword's got the top of the key. She drives on Collins. Gives it to Young. Kaya Mason catches it at the top of the key. Gives it to Sword. She crosses over. Gives it to Wilson. 10 left here on the shot clock. Wilson. Hands it off to Mason. She's got 5. Mason, mid-range. Lopez gets it over to Pinder. Pinder, a long three, won't go. Sword with the rebound, pushing it up for the Pioneers. Gives it to Wilson at the volleyball line. Gives it to Mason. Gives it to Sword. Back to Mason. Gives it to Wilson in the corner. Kayla Lopez will pick up her second foul of the game. Kaya Mason will inbound. She gets it to Young at the free throw. Gives it out to Wilson on the 3. Wilson drives, kicks to Young in the corner. She drives to Mason. Mason's floater rims out. Kennedy Baker with the save to Kayla Lopez. Sword inbounds to Mason. Gives it over to Wilson. Gives it to Mason. Down to Rainey. The rest say she double dribbled. It'll be Lady Cougars ball. Pender catches it at half court, drives. Almost has it knocked away. Houston at the free throw. Her jumper rims. It's like Jada Rainey will pick up her 4th foul. One more, and she is done. Ryland Freeman will check in for Jada Rainey as Pender bounces to Houston, who has it knocked away. Good sportsmanship from Baker to help Wilson up. 54-51, 7:56 here to play in the 4th. As Wilson will inbound to Mason. Gets it over to Wilson. Cross the court to Freeman. Gives it back out to Mason. They give it to Freeman. Her mid-range won't go. Macy Collins with the rebound. The up ahead to Sloan Pender. She drives and is fouled by Kaya Mason. That is her first foul. So I'll send Sloan Pender to the line. She makes her first. She's up to 15. She gets ready for her second. It won't go. Kennedy Baker with the rebound to keep it down here with the Lady Cougars. Baker gives it to Pender. Gets it down to Dixon. Dixon into Collins. Her layup is good. Macy Collins' layup is good. As Pioneers try to get it across half court, they get it to Mason. Mason draws it back out. Gives it to Sword at the logo. Gives it to Mason. She tries to get this offense started. 10 here to go on the shot clock. Now we're down to 5. The entry pass is stolen by Collins. They get it to Pender. Gives it to Kayla Lopez. Kayla Lopez. So maybe the Pioneers were looking for a travel there. But Kaya Mason will get assessed with her second foul of the game. Looks like Sloan Pender will inbound. Gives it to Collins. Lopez for 3. Is off. Collins with the offensive rebound, slings it over to Sloan Pender. Gets it back to Lopez for 3. That one is good. Kayla Lopez for 3. Looks like a timeout will be called as Kayla Lopez gets a 3 to go. 57-54. As they were down about 6 at halftime. They have stormed back and now have a 3-point lead here in the 4th. Lopez is a freshman who averages about 3, and she's up to 5. As the team leader in points, Sloan Pender has about 15 points. The next game for the girls will be January 3rd as they play Calhoun, as they get a bit of a break for Christmas, as both teams break the Lady Cougars lead by 3, 57-54. Mason will inbound and to Sword. Gets it to Mason. Now they're just going to pass it back and forth as they get it up ahead to Wilson, get it down to Freeman. Her layup is good. Rylan Freeman. His layup is good, and a quick timeout by head coach Otis Key to try to maybe set up a defense to maybe slow down the offense for Cleveland State. Jana Rainey is well across the double-digit mark in points. She's about 16, so she's above her average in points, and she averages 14.7 as a freshman. Majority freshmen on the roster for the Vol State Pioneers. The Cougars trying to maybe drop an offense as they lead by 1 with 6 here to play. The Pioneers have looked better than they did the other night against Wallace State, as they only scored 29 points in that game, and they are now up to 56 and is only down 1 to the Cougars as they get ready to come out on defense. Looks like it'll be Kennedy Baker to inbound the ball. Baker will be the one to inbound. Get it to Dixon. Gives it back to Baker. She tries to command this offense for the Cougars. Gets it into Sloan Pender, who drives. Her layup is good. Sloan Pender for 2. They get it to Wilson, who gets it across half court. Gets it into Jada Rainey. Her mid-range is good. Jada Rainey. Mid-range is good. Sloan drives. Looks like to be fouled by Sword. That is Sword's 4th. That'll send Sloan Pender to the line. Shanti Wilson checks in for the Lady Pioneers. Pender's first free throw is good. Make this another 3-point lead for the Cougars as she goes 2 for 2 from the line. 61-58, 5:14 here to play. Wilson finds the cutting Young, whose layup is short. Mason draws it back out, gives it to Wilson. Gives it back out to Mason at the logo. 10 here on the shot clock. Gives it to Young in the corner. Gets it out to Mason. Gives it to Wilson. She's got to put up a shot. Shot clock violation forced by the Cougars. Kennedy Baker will inbound. She gets it in to Lopez. Back to Baker, who just went behind the back, but Sloan just came and got it. Pender kicks to Lopez. Thought about the 3. Her floater is good. Kayla Lopez has got 5 here in the 4th. Baker with the steal and good. Looks like Coach Otis Key for the Lady Pioneers is going to be forced to call another timeout. That timeout break, the Cougars just came out with all momentum. as this lead went quickly from 3 to 7. It's Kennedy Baker, who had 10 in the first half, now has 4 here in the second. She's up to 14. She averages 8. As Cleveland State trying to win their 3rd conference game and move to 6-5 on the year. As Coach Otis Key is hoping his team can maybe find that momentum they had in the first half and come back and win this game or send it to overtime, and they would move to 4-7 on the year and 3-3 in conference play. So the Cougars will break the huddle. And here come the Lady Pioneers. On the floor for your Pioneers, you have Kaya Mason, Cheyenne Love, Shanti Wilson, Jada Rainey, and Nay Young. On the floor for your Lady Cougars, you have Kennedy Baker, Kayla Lopez, Sloan Pender, Macy Collins, and Erin Dixon. As they get it across half court, give it back to Mason. Down 7. They had about this lead at half, and now they're the ones on the losing side. As Rainey is blocked, and that'll be her 5th and final foul. As Coach Otis Key will have a discussion with Matt Hanna. Rylan Freeman will check in for Jada Rainey. She is fouled out. So they're going to have to play the remainder of this 4th quarter without her. And Kayla Lopez will go to the line. She makes her first. It's a different team we've seen here in the second half from the Lady Cougars than we did in the first half. Lopez goes 2 for 2 from the line. Makes her 7, let alone in this quarter. Puts her up to 9 total. Mason gets it over to Wilson. Gives it to Young, back to Wilson. Gives over to Mason. Draws it out. Mason drives, foul. Erin Dixon will pick up her 2nd. That'll send Kaya Mason to the line. Her first one is good. Riley Sword's also another Lady Pioneer in foul trouble. And she's playing with 4, so she's got to be safe. Two for 2 for Kaya Mason from the line. As Baker will inbound. 7-point lead for the Lady Cougars. The Lady Pioneers are known to do this, which is give games away here in the second half. As Pender into Dixon's layup is no good. Own rebound, and the putback is good. As Wilson will bring it up, gets it into Mason. Mason drives, gets it to Freeman, 4-3, it's good. Rylan Freeman from 3. Pender for 3, won't go. Collins saves it, gets it into Pender. She went the length of this side of the court to come and get it. As Wilson tightly guarding Lopez, gets it to Collins, gets into Lopez. So the cutting Collins, whose layup is good. Gets it into Sword, over to Freeman. Gets it in. Sword, step back 3, won't go. It's Collins. Gets it to Pender, who brings it up the court. And a timeout from Cleveland State Lady Cougars as 2:04 remains here in the fourth as they lead 71-63. As Jada Rainey fouled out. So that is a big piece of this Vol State offense and defense that is not playing the remainder of this game. They had a lead there going into halftime. And now it's a 71-63 lead for the Lady Cougars as they've come out in this fourth quarter alone firing on all cylinders. And that main reason is Kennedy Baker. To 14 here in the game. Her defensive impact has been huge. Lopez gets the inbound. And Wilson thought she had a clean steal, but it's just that they call a foul. Wilson will pick up her second foul. And Lopez will go to the line. Lopez's first free throw is good. She gets ready for her second. It is also good. A 10-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Mason drives, fouls. Her layup will not roll in, and she will be sent to the line. As Kayla Lopez picks up her third. Kaya Mason will go to the line. Mason up to 9 in the whole game. First free throw is off the back of the rim. She gets ready for her second. Her second free throw is good. Lopez is going to bring it up the floor for the Lady Cougars. Jump ball will be called. Kennedy Baker is trying to inbound this ball. Gets it into Collins. Gives it back to Baker, who drives. Shanti Wilson will pick up her third, and that'll send Kennedy Baker to the line. Nine-point lead for the Cougars with 1:43 here to play. She sinks her first. And her second one won't go. Collins, offensive rebound, layup. It's saved by Kennedy Baker. Back into Collins, whose layup is good. 12-point lead. Sloan Pender is charged with her third. And that'll send Nay Young to the line. Her first free throw rolls off the front of the rim and in. Her second one is good. 10-point lead, minute 24. So that'll be That is her 4th foul. So we have 2 Pioneers on the court playing with 4, and Shanti Wilson and Riley Sword. Maya Walker has 3, along with Ryland Freeman, as Lopez will go to the line for 2. First one is good. She has made 5 free throws, let alone in this quarter. Has her up to 7 this quarter. As Nate Young pushing it up, 66-78, lead by the Cougars. Drives, layup won't go. Mason, Kaya Mason stole the ball and puts it in. Fall State calls a timeout to maybe drop a defense scheme to maybe try to slow this down, keep this close. Minute 8 here to play in the 4th. Cleveland State's trying to hold on to win this game. It moved to 3-4 in conference and 6-5 overall. As this quarter, it's been all Kayla Lopez. Kayla Lopez has 8 this quarter. These are unofficial scores, so I may have missed a basket somewhere here and there. But she's got 6 made free throws, along with a 3 and a 2 this quarter. But Kennedy Baker has been the way for the Lady Cougars. Macy Collins gets it into Erin Dixon. She drives, pulls it back, gets it to Dixon, gets it into Lopez. She drives, kicks into the quarter. Baker for 3. It's good. Kennedy Baker, more likely the dagger. It's Mason's 3 won't go. Rebound comes out with Pender. Lopez will foul with 37.2. Kennedy Baker with the nail in the coffin. 3 ball. As that puts up her to 18 points. She averages 8, and she's at 18 as Kayla Lopez will go to the line and buries her first. (82-68). Her second one won't go. But Kennedy Baker with an offensive rebound. Down to Erin Dixon, whose layup is good. And the assist by Lopez is Mason. Gives it to Freeman. Gives it back to Mason, whose 3 won't go. Collins, rebound. Up ahead to Baker. We'll give it to Collins. And they will dribble this out. 84-68, the Cleveland State Lady Cougars improved to 6-5 on the year, 3-4 in conference play as they take down the Vol State Lady Pioneers. Gonna send this to break as we prep for the boys game.